Hello and welcome, I'm Chris and this is 40 Plus Man, and on this channel I show you everything from lifestyle to health to grooming. On this video we're going to be looking at my everyday carry, how I carry it and what exactly I do carry. Let's start as if I was getting dressed in the morning. First thing is my belt. I've worn a traditional belt for many years, however recently I've moved over to the Anson is because it actually works on a ratchet system. So rather than having holes and you put your belt on and then you struggle to sort of get it either to one hole or to the next, this has small ratchets that are very close together so you can get a really nice comfortable fit, and then it simply slots in and tightens up, and then when you want to release it you just lift that and release it. Now the buckles on this are also detachable, so you can swap between belts. So I've got 3 belts and 2 buckles. This one is a canvas and a leather, and the other is a brown leather and a black leather. For the Americans as well, they do concealed carry belts as well, and they're really just a good quality, lovely belt. Next thing is my watch, and for a long time I wore a smartwatch. However, I basically ended up turning off all the notifications on the smartwatch and moving back to my other watches. The reason being, I found that everybody was either wearing a Fitbit or an Apple Watch, and also as well that I turned off all of the notifications because I didn't want to be disturbed at night. I didn't want to be disturbed when I was having family time or when I was doing my work. I found I was constantly checking my wrist because it would buzz either to say drink water, stand up, check an email. And also as well, with these watches you have much more sort of variety in size and shape than you do with just sort of a generic fit watch. So obviously that goes onto my wrist. Then we have my little light. This is a Lumitop light. I'll link it below. It was under £10. It's a nice bright light, and it does have 3 settings on it. So it has a high, and then you turn it again, it goes to medium, and then you turn it again and it goes to a moonlight mode. So really handy again, just for sort of, you know, during the winter, getting in the house, drop anything behind a sofa, behind a car seat, and also as well just going to the toilet in the middle of the night rather than turning on all the lights, waking up the kids and the partner. Having a little flashlight that tucks into my 5th pocket is really convenient, and it takes a standard AA. It's just a really nice little light. So then moving over to my keys, I have a key bar. I don't carry a lot of keys. In fact, at the minute I'm only carrying 1 key because I'm working a lot more from home, so I don't have the need to carry more keys. But I found if I just put that key in my pocket, that it was sort of either getting lost in the pocket or it was sort of twisting round and jabbing me in the leg. Also as well, I sort of wanted to have some tools on here. At the minute I've just got the comb and a pair of titanium tweezers. The titanium tweezers do come in very handy. The comb I'd say is more of an accessory. Being a hairdresser, I sort of put the comb on there. But I am looking to either add a Phillips or a flathead or a pry bar as well to this, and probably take the comb off. It's got a pocket clip on the back, so depending on if I'm wearing a jacket, other times if it's a nice sunny day, I simply clip this onto my pocket. They come in multiple colours, multiple styles. I'm on a bit of a micarta kick at the minute, and they do a really nice green micarta, and I might get some brass accessories to go on that micarta, so like a brass clip, a brass screwdriver, pry bar, whichever I decide to get. Of course, the obligatory mobile phone. There's lots of videos on mobile phones. I carry an iPhone 8 Plus. I started filming on this. I have a number of YouTube channels, and I started my filming for them on this phone, but I've now moved over to a Canon M50, and really it's just for answering quick messages and phone calls. That's all I primarily use this for now. On the back is a card holder, holds about 3 to 4 cards on it, and it's just handy to have the most convenient cards that I use on a day-to-day basis to hand. And also it has a thumb hold because the 8 Pluses are quite large phones. I just find it helps just getting a better purchase and a better grip. So then we move on to the knives, and as you can see I have 2 knives, and there's a reason that I have 2 knives. This knife is my latest and it is a beautiful knife. Again, it is an olive micarta from CV. And it has a nice action on it, has a liner, and it has a lock a D2 blade on it with a concave blade. However, in the UK, a locking knife isn't legal to carry outside of your house. So I primarily slip this in my front right pocket. It has a clip on it, and I use this throughout the day in the house, in the garden, in the shed, whatever I sort of need it for. However, when I leave the house, this one has to stay in the house. So this is why I have my other knife which goes with me. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So what is now left on the table is really what I put into this bag. Now, I've been carrying what I suppose you could class as a man bag for 5-6 years, and I really like it because I don't carry enough stuff when I sort of go out of the house to warrant having a backpack or anything like that. It is convenient having everything else in the bag, and then I just leave the bag by the front door. And I've built up a lot of stuff, so I actually have other bags. I've got a brown bag and a camo bag. You can see I like my camo. And I have duplicates of most things that I've then just got in those bags, and if I want to change my bag, I don't have to take everything out and put everything in other than the car key. So obviously you have to have your car key on you. They're big, they're chunky, I don't need to put it in the ignition, I just got to have it on me. So when I'm going out, I simply sling that in the bag. There are room for cards in there, but I don't generally carry the cards in here. I have them on the back of my phone, but there is quite a lot of slots in there and pockets. So then the next thing is a glasses cleaner. Always handy to have one of them with you. And then also as well, I have a tiny retractable gold toothpick. And again, this was a present. It has sentimental value, and it does come in handy when you go out for a meal. So I have used it on occasion. Then I have a little notebook, again handy for just jotting down whatever I need to, but also this is specifically designed for hairdressing. So it has some heads on it if I want to sort of write some specific head notes, but it also has a blank side as well, so that I'm able to write any notes that I need to on that. Then of course, a pen and a pencil. These were a present and they are yard lead. They're solid silver. They're really beautiful pens, and they were a present and they mean a lot to me. I have a pencil which I tend to use more than anything, the pencil, because obviously it can be rubbed out. I'm not the neatest of writers. And then of course you have a ballpoint pen as well. I do have a fountain pen, but I just don't see the need for a fountain pen. I have it. It's there if ever I wanted to use it. Then a lighter. This is an enamel flame lighter. I don't think you'll see the flame on this. I do smoke cigars from time to time, so it's nice to have a lighter to hand. And this one as well has a punch for taking the end out of a cigar if I am out and I do fancy having one. And also as well, if ever I need a lighter, I know exactly where it is. Then obviously a handkerchief. I have children. It's always handy to be able to clean up a spill, a mess, wipe down a slide that's got water on it, and just general purpose clean up and spillage. I'm actually looking at getting a Hank's hanky, because that has a microfiber cleaning cloth on one side and then obviously material on the other, so it would kill two birds with one stone. I wouldn't need to carry two things, I could just carry one. Plus they come in some really cool designs as well. And then finally, the knife. This is a UK legal carry knife. It's a black fox knife. It has brown micarta scales. This has been my attempt at a lanyard, so yeah, that was my first attempt. I think I need more practice. And it is a non-locking blade, which means it's legal to carry this in the UK. And it also has a little case as well that goes with it. Some people sort of will say, why do you need to carry a knife? I do just find them handy. I use a knife probably as much, if not more, than I use the ballpoint pen. Again, if you're out and about cutting up apples, oranges or pears for the kids, just cutting up string if I need to put something on the roof or in the boot of the car, and it's just handy to have it. It's locked away, nobody sees it unless I get it out to use it. So this bag will then sit by the front door, and if I need anything from it, it's all there, it's all ready to go. I just pick it up and I'm gone. Now I always change out what I carry depending on what I'm wearing, where I'm going. So if you'd like to see another video with more of a themed feature, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below so that I know that you like this video and you'd like to see another one.